Hey everybody, it's Robot here from Vespa Motorsport and Scooterwest.com. So for all things Vespa, Scooterwest.com. It's your #1 supplier for modern and vintage Vespas products and accessories. Today I'm going to show you how to install this very sharp looking sport fly screen. Practicality, I'll give it a #1, but if you're looking for the looks and the quality, it's probably got a 10 in quality, and for the looks it's probably right up there and as a 10. So this comes in 3 different finishes. On this Vespa GTS HPE Touring, I've installed the aluminum finish, the natural aluminum finish. They also have a bronze finish, which is very nice with some of the gold or warm colors. Maybe you have a green bike, I think the bronze would look absolutely excellent on those color scooters. And of course, the now very classic black. Everybody's going for black, everything. You want to black out your scooter. Of course, you can get this whole fly screen in all black finish. So I'll show you those mocked up shortly, but a very spiffy product. Keep on watching and I'll show you how to install this product. So as with all the wonderful Italian-made Rizoma products, they come in these wonderful boxes. And I'm going to show you the 3 different colors of the fly screen mocked up before we install it on this 2022 Vespa GTS 300 HPE Touring. So this is the Touring specific model. This is the bronze. I think it would look absolutely excellent on a Racing 60 that already has like gold accents. So just to get an idea. I think it would go good even on this scooter because you got the brown seat, kind of some warm colors along with the cool color of the scooter and all the silvers and chromes. And just to show you the backside of this, it's got all the laser engraved Ultra Moda Milano, and it's got you know, some of the specifications on it. It's pretty cool. This was machined from solid aluminum. It's got a very fine texture to it. It's very, I don't know, pretty trick. Let's get to the point there. So there we have it partly assembled. Let me show you the other 2 colors mocked up on the scooter here. So the black sport fly screen, that would look absolutely excellent if you have lots of other black accessories, especially with Rizoma black mirrors and black levers, black bar ends. Maybe you have a scooter with all the black trim on it. This would be your ideal touch. You can see the laser engraving stands out much better on the black. And I kind of didn't know what they really said. I thought it was specs. Now that I look at it, it's actually the composition of the aluminum. So they have copper, 0.1% iron, 0.45% magnesium, manganese, titanium, chromium, zinc. So pretty much any aluminum alloy, if you don't know, aluminum's not really ever 100%. It's mostly an alloy, so they add other small amounts of materials, and that's what makes it very, very rigid. This is very thin, but it's very, very rigid structure. So that's the way all the Rizoma products, they probably have their own herbs and spices to make their special blend of aluminum alloy that's then machined, Rizoma, crafted in Italy. So let's go on to the silver one, which I think is the choice I'm gonna make, put on this scooter. So here's the silver one, and next steps is we'll go ahead and install it onto this GTS Touring. Pretty flashy. You see the machining very well on the silver one, and just like all of them, it's got the engraving, and I just got to say it again, shows you the 8 different herbs and spices that they put into this aluminum alloy. Makes you feel really special, I think, by telling you exactly what the composition of this thing. Let me give it the little bend test again. Oh yeah, that thing is really rigid. You don't get to appreciate that bend test until you put it on. So let's get right to it. No more having fun with this. Do the pre-assembly on some type of tabletop with a soft surface. This is a toolbox that's got a nice rubber pad on it. You're gonna have a hardware kit that's included with the kit, a pair of rods that are not symmetrical, so there's a left and a right side. And some of the tools you need are just basic tools. You got a 3mm Allen. You can just use the basic L-shaped one, but I got this fancy snap-on thing here. 17mm combination wrench and a 10mm combination wrench. So it's pretty much assembled very similar to the original factory Vespa windscreen. So it comes with several different nuggets right here. You take one of the two mounting rods right here, and you start with this nut, and it's got like the milled out area, and then you got the threads. So the milled out area goes towards the inside. And if you wanted to, you could put a small amount of anti-seize on this if you are going to use the scooter in, you know, inclement weather. Next part you're going to need is one of these cones right here. So there's a cone, goes just like that. And take one of these plastic spacers. They can go on either direction, not really an issue. Then take this, I don't know what you want to call it, barrel, looks like a barrel. And you're going to find a flat on this, so it only lines up in one direction like that. Take one of these screws, already has Loctite on it, 10mm bolt or 6mm bolt with 10mm head on it. And then go ahead and tighten the bolt here. So it may take several turns. And about 10 Newton meters, 7 foot-pounds is all you need to do it if you're going to use a wrench or a torque wrench on it. So just about there. So that thing's moving around. You go ahead and tighten that right where it stops. So pretty much repeat all those same steps on the second rod. All right, so go ahead and take your shield. We're going to go ahead and partly dismantle the fasteners on the shield, 3mm Allen wrench. And you could actually drop those on. They're all the same, so you drop 2 of them onto each rod. And now we're going to move over to the scooter right here. So get your 17mm wrench. So I'd always recommend, especially a nice paint job, putting a microfiber rag. There's only one direction these go, so you don't want it like that, where the rods point out towards the bar ends. You want them where they point towards the center of the scooter. So there's these pipes, you know, that you insert these rods into, and you want to also take extra care with your wrenches as you're tightening these up. I'm not going to tighten it all the way. I want to tighten it just enough where it starts to put some friction on the shafts here. So you can see how it's kind of holding the position. So it's staying put, no problem there. It's okay, that move. And then we'll move on to the right side. And you probably can see what I'm doing. Make sure it's all the way in. Do the same thing. You don't want to really grind onto your plastic, so take extra care when turning these with your combination wrench, the open end side of the combination wrench. So now we're pretty close, and we'll leave the rag top of the scooter at this point. So everything's loose, and that's the way we want it, but just has enough tightness to it so there's a little friction. Get the barrels kind of lined up with the grommets on the fly screen. I'm going to take the fastener with these little washers that are on there. The little finish washers of some sort. They're custom for this. Just hand tight right now. So you kind of want to pre-assemble the whole rig. As if you over tighten something early on, then you can end up with some poor alignment. And it's okay that I still have the rag on there, and we'll kind of work the last 2 fasteners into place as well. So pretty much just get them lined up. And there's everything has a lot of give. which adds for a lot of adjustability to get it perfectly centered on the headlight. It looks really good. So again, just putting these in just enough where they're holding in place. All right, so now I want to see what I'm doing. I don't really want to grind this metal onto the headlight at this point. So we'll pull that out and I'll get this centered so you can kind of get an idea. Actually, I'll sit behind and I'll try to get it centered, and you can kind of just watch along with me here. So there's a lot of adjustability if you want to have the windshield up high with a big space. Maybe you want to have it a little closer. Typically you want the spacing to look real even all the way around. So yeah, it looks not too bad right there. And you look at the rods behind, and I think we're pretty close right now. And at this point, we'll go ahead and tighten these topmost fasteners here. And just, they don't need to be too tight, just enough. And see how that fastener's kind of moved down a little bit? You can actually scooch the whole thing up, or even loosen it and kind of get it in a better position. So it's a little more centered in that. Double check, see everything's loose, so I'm kind of getting some adjustments. Get these gaps looking pretty good, looking at it from up here. We'll do the same with this one, give it a little. So those are all snug. Look at it from the front, make the final adjustments, and we'll tighten the nuts that attach the whole windshield rig to the scooter. So it looks pretty good. I can see I could adjust a little bit more towards that direction. And then I think we're pretty well centered. So go ahead, just turn these until they kind of have some good resistance to them. I'm not gonna, don't need to go too crazy on how tight these get. So there you go. Very nice sporty touch. Add to your Vespa GTS. It fits all years of the Vespa GTS. Doesn't fit the Sestigiorni or the GTV, specific for any of the round handlebar mounted headlights of the GTS. And it takes it to the next level. Every single part of this is highly finished and very, very nice quality. Very solid construction, even though it's just more or less a sport screen, more for the appearance. But it probably does kick, you know, a little bit of pressure off your chest. You know, maybe kicks the bugs over your head. But more or less, it's more of a sporty touch to add to your Vespa. So one little bonus segment. So after investing in these high quality, high-end Rizoma products, of course, there's so much more to offer. You can get levers, mirrors. Just look out for all the other videos coming soon. I've done several videos in the past, including the complete replacement horn cover, the radiator grills that are all made by Rizoma and all match the same finishes found in this fly screen. But if you're looking for a little inexpensive touch, maybe you're going for the very monochromatic look of this scooter. So it's pretty much got silvers, cold grays, and chrome, black. I don't really want the blue in there. The Piaggio emblem looks great, but at Scooterwest.com, we do have a custom emblem. This starts out life as the original Vespa emblem, and the part number is 576464-BK, and it's a blacked out emblem. So you want to take a pry tool. I've covered these pry tools in the past. You can look in the description. Really inexpensive pry tools. You don't want to be sticking a screwdriver in there if you don't have to. Pries off from your left side. Just take the badge and snap it in place. All right, well, thanks for watching. Go to the Scooterwest web store, Scooterwest.com, and just type the word Rizoma in the search engine. It's going to show you all the products we have available and in stock that are made in Italy by Rizoma. Very high-end aluminum products that they make. to spiff up your Vespa. Specifically to GTS, most of them are for the GTS, but there's other products such as mirrors and bar ends that are very universal. They'll fit the Sprint, the Primavera, or many other motorcycles and scooters as well. Thanks for watching. Robot here from Vespa Motorsport and Scooterwest.com. Consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell because I'm going to do several more videos all about different Rizoma products. We're going to trick out a couple scooters with pretty much exclusively Rizoma, and also there's Vespa Rizoma products. These are Vespa branded, but they're made by Rizoma. There's a number of those products we've had for about 2 years now. Also on our web store, still have those available. And until next time, Robot here. Keep on riding and ride safe.